What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back to watch another one of my videos. And if you're new, thank you for checking me out. So in today's video, I'm trying to rush through this intro real quick because the lighting is going down. I promise you throughout the video, it's not this dark, but the intro's dark, okay? Just work with me, okay? Just work with me. As you can see from the title, I'll be showing you guys how I do my foundation and base routine. I like to keep my foundation very natural, very light. I like to see my skin breathing. If you're the type of girl where you like a light foundation but you still like it to look even and as perfect as can be, this tutorial should hopefully be helpful to you. If you're interested in seeing how I do this, then keep on watching. Alright, so what's really important when doing a foundation is just make sure your skin is really prepped well. I find that when my skin is prepped really well under my foundation, it stays even longer on top of the steps that I'm about to do, because I tend to have dry skin and it can get really dry and uncomfortable if I'm not well moisturized and my skin not well prepped before applying more layers of product on it. I like applying a primer because it gives like a really nice layer between your skin and the makeup products, and also it just really helps with the longevity of your makeup, and it just ensures a really nice base throughout the day, and it helps with oil, pores. You know, there's different type of primers for your different needs, so you gotta just buy a primer according to your need. I bought this primer because it's moisturizing. It also helps to keep my face not oily, which is not really a problem I have. I tend to have oil in my T-zone, so it kind of helps with that without drying out the rest of my skin, because if I were to use like a matte primer to like all over my face, my skin would be too dry for me and I would literally wipe my makeup off. I don't care what I'm doing, where I'm at. If my skin feels very uncomfortable, like super uncomfortable and tight, I will wipe every ounce of makeup off my face. So this is good because it just provides that balance between moisture and also keeping it matte. But yeah, the first step to applying your makeup is making sure that your skin is well primed. Now this is second step. It's kind of a step that you can skip if you don't need it, but for me, as I've mentioned, my skin is going through it, so I need to color correct. So to color correct, I then like to go in with a peachy toned color corrector. The one I'm using is Peach Lustre from MAC, and it really just helps to combat the lack of tone that I have in certain areas of my skin. It helps to balance out some of the tones in my skin and just make my base look super flawless by canceling out any darkness and discoloration in my skin. Now if you have redness, you might want to use a green color corrector. There's orange if you have a deeper skin tone than me. There's peach if you're a little lighter than me. There's yellow. It just really depends on your skin needs and concern as to what color corrector you may choose to go with. For me, it's just darkness around my mouth and dark circles, and I just apply it in the areas that I need to color correct. I don't like to apply a lot because a little goes a long way. You just really want to even out the tone. You don't want to put on too much of it because it's going to be under your foundation anyways. You just want enough to where it covers what you need it to cover. And then I typically like to just blend it out with really anything. I will say that my tools that I use to apply my makeup pretty much stays the same. No, it doesn't stay the same. It changes a lot. The only thing that really stays the same is the makeup products that I use. So I tend to stick to the same foundations, same concealers, same powders. My base doesn't really change often because when I find what I like, I tend to stick to it. I'm like a creature of habit. So the tools I use to apply my base changes a lot because I have a lot of brushes, so I like to rotate them and really get my use out of them. And plus I like to experiment with what my brushes can do for me. And hopefully you can see it's kind of help to even out the darkness around my mouth and help to kind of create fluidity in the tones of my skin. Once I've applied my color corrector, I then go in with my foundation. This is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation. I love Clinique foundations. They just work really well for me. Use whatever foundation works for you. It's really about your base, what you want. I don't really like matte foundations, so I tend to go with foundations that are like satin or give a little bit of luminosity to the skin. I just personally like that look. I don't like the way matte looks on me. So again, apply your foundation. This is what I'm using today. I love this foundation. I've used it a couple times and it wears really well during the day. It looks really good during the day. Like, it's not matte. It's really, I don't explain it. Like, it's matte, but it's not overly matte. So there's still a bit of luminosity to your skin. And for me, with foundation, I don't really care if it's full coverage or not. I don't really care to cover everything. However, my foundation brushes do kind of stay the same. So for me, depending on the coverage I'm going for, I'll either use my Sephora number 70 brush or my Sephora number 56 brush. I use my Sephora number 70 brush when I really want to pack it in and make it flawless and get as much coverage from my foundation as I can. 57 is typically my daily brush because it's just really quick and easy to buff it in, but also give you a really nice light layer. I really like it when my foundation looks light on my skin. That way you can still kind of see my skin and imperfections peeking through. I like that look. My skin doesn't need to be flawless, but because my skin is going through it, I'm going to use the 57. And as you can see, look, it just, maybe I put on too much, I may have put on too much foundation, but as you can see, it's literally just patting it into my skin with ease. Which is why I really like this brush. It works well with pretty much all my foundations. These are my two go-to brushes for foundation. When I'm applying my foundation, I like to pat, like press and pull, press and pull, press and pull. So press, pull, like that. That way I'm not like dragging my skin. It's just patting it in my area, in the area that I placed it. That way I get the most coverage. Under my neck I kind of buff it in, but on my face I just pat, pull down. You can kind of see the motion that I'm working with, and this gives me the most coverage from my foundation. As you can see, once you put on your color corrector and your foundation, it kind of helps with the discoloration in my mouth area that I naturally have. As y'all can see, my base is really simple. I'm gonna now move on to concealer. I like to use either my Nars soft matte complete concealer or my LA Girl Pro Concealer. You know, I like to use my Nars concealer under as my first layer if I'm going for really even full coverage look under my eyes, just because it's really close to my natural skin tone. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And to apply my concealer, I really just go between my number 89 brush and my beauty blender. And sometimes I will use my Real Technique. I don't know what brush it is, but it's a little square at the top and it kind of fits perfectly in this area. But today I'm gonna use my 89. It's what I've been using lately. For the Nars concealer, I literally just go right in the pot with my brush and pack it onto my eyes. I really like this concealer because it's very full coverage, but it looks natural. It's like, how do you do that? How are you full coverage and natural? Like, what's in this thing? I need to know. And for me, I typically would use this concealer pretty much under my eye because it's pretty much the same tone of my face, so I don't need to use it in my forehead and chin area to highlight. Once I apply that, I will then layer my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn on top to give me a more highlighted look. If I'm going for just a natural, really simple makeup look, I won't layer it. I'll just use Nars. I like to use a little bit of my LA Girl Pro Concealer on top of that, just because Nars has given me the coverage that I need for my under eyes, but LA Girl Pro Concealer will now give me the highlight look that I'm going for. And I let it sit for a little bit, for maybe like a minute. I learned this from Jackie-Anna. When you let your concealer kind of sit in a certain area, depending on the concealer, some concealers dry way too quick to be messing around with them, okay? Don't mess around with your concealer if it dries way too quick. But for me, this doesn't dry super quick. But when you let it sit on your face, it gets a little tacky and then it just stays in place, and you can just really press the concealer in, and then you get even more coverage from your concealer that way. Okay, once my base is on with my concealer and stuff, I like to go over my face with a clean brush, a clean sponge, anything really, just to really press my makeup in and kind of blur any lines that are on my face that may have been left over. So for that, I'm just going to use a clean brush and just literally pat over my face. There's no product on this brush whatsoever, but this is gonna blend my concealer and my foundation together. And it's also gonna pick up a little bit of oil or shine that's on my face from the products. Literally nothing is on this brush. Okay. Voila, the light's going down, y'all. The lighting is going down. I hope I finish this in time because it's really gloomy today. And I was just gonna film tomorrow, which is Tuesday, but I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna try to make the best out of this lighting because I really want to get a video for Monday because I know some of y'all are waiting for it, whatever. I love y'all. Anyways, moving on because I'm getting darker and darker by the minute because of the lighting. I then like to move on to setting my under eye. For me, I like to use my Cover FX on the days that I'm not trying to deal with a loose powder because sometimes I really just don't feel like using a loose powder. I like to use my Cover FX press powder. They're both really great products. It really just depends on the day and what it is that I want for my skin and what I feel like using. So I will go between these two. Today I'm going to use my press powder. Except that I'm just going to use a light fluffy brush. And I'm just going to pat it under my eyes. Because it is a pressed foundation, I don't want to use a sponge because then it's going to put too much product under my eyes. Just use something that is more dense if you want a more full coverage look under your eye. If that's what you really, really like. Something like a dense brush like this would work really well. I'm actually going to show y'all. You can pat it in and then just press it onto your face if you have a brush that you want it to just give you a little bit more coverage. So that's also an option. Once my base is on and I've set my concealer, I like to go over my face with my Fenty blotting powder, and I also like to just pat that onto the rest of my face to help set it. I really like this product. It doesn't look cakey, it doesn't really add texture, it doesn't really even show up on the skin, but it mattifies, so that's what I like. So I like to do that in the areas on my face. I don't know why I'm using that sponge because I rarely ever do. I will literally use like the same brush or another brush, nice little fluffy one, and just pat it in. I don't know if you can see, but like there's still a little bit of luminosity in my skin. You can see it in my cheek areas, and I have on no highlight. My skin doesn't look flat, but it does look even and not oily. And that's pretty much my base, y'all. From this point on, I then go on to bronzing on my face, add in my blush, my highlight, and I'm good to go. Like, I'm Gucci. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up my face and come right back so you guys can see the finished look. Girl, it's getting real dark. Alright, so my face is on. I did a real quick rendition of last week's eye makeup look. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. I'm gonna leave it somewhere here for you to watch. I just want to add that once my face is on, I like to go over with either the brush I used to apply my foundation or just a stippling, like a big dome stippling brush, just to finish up everything. So I like to go like this over my cheek area, just to make sure everything is well blended, or my foundation brush, and just pat, 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 just to make sure everything is well blended and pressed into the skin and nothing looks like it's sitting on top of anything, you know? Yo, you know how quick I put this eye makeup on because this lighting is not playing with me. Alright, so this is the final look. This is how I do my base. I hope you like this video. You know, you think about it down below. If you have any tips or tricks that you'd like to share with me, feel free to leave them down below. I'll definitely check them out. And if you didn't watch last week's video, don't be fake. Go watch it. You know, I did a quick little something of it, but it's just a quick little preview because the lighting is going down. If you want to see it, click to watch and check out all my other videos before that if you haven't already, you know. And I will see you here next Monday. Okay, next Monday, because that's when I film and upload. You know what I'm saying? Next Monday for a new video. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye. Bye.